Hi, welcome. The S&P 500 continues to make new highs and it's in a very nice uptrend. Now, in today's analysis, we'll continue to look at a trend and do trend analysis of S&P 500 because the trend is your friend. Now, without further ado, let's take a look at the S&P 500. This is the daily chart of the S&P 500 futures. Is the S&P 500 in an uptrend? Yes. Even a layman can understand this. When the index moves from the lower left to the upper right, it's moving in the 45 degrees now and is slowly chugging higher. Now, an uptrend is characterized by higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and higher lows. And in this kind of environment, you want to continue to stay bullish on the index as long as it's in an uptrend. And one of the ways that I always like to use is to use three moving averages, one shorter term, one mid-term, and one longer term. Now I use the 20, 50, and 200 MA, and if you can see here, the 20 MA had a bullish cross above the 50 MA, where the faster MA crosses above the slower MA, and from there on you can see the S&P 500 has been going up and up and up and up. There are some corrections on the way, but most of the time it's just chugging higher. And the S&P 500, besides here and here, has been staying above the rising 20 MA for a long time. So you want to continue to not bet against the trend. That is, it is useless to go against the trend. When the trend is up, you want to continue to stay bullish. And if you are an amateur, you're not sure what to do, right? Just be bullish on the S&P 500 as long as it's above this 20 MA. Okay, and don't worry about a crash or correction unless it goes below the 50 MA. Right now, it's trading above the 50 MA most of the time. Now, yesterday we had a small kind of bottoming tail here. Previous 2 days we have a bottoming tail. Now this tells us that despite the sell-off in the early session by the end of the trading day, the index went back up higher to close about the same place where it open. Now here I have the 16-minute chart. You can see that right now this trading sideways, and maybe it might break out higher. It's been trading sideways here. Okay, I tried to go down, but then it had an hourly bottoming tail which helped to send it back higher. Now at this moment it's trading sideways, and if it can break out of this consolidation, most likely it's going to move higher. If you notice, the S&P 500 has been finding support quite a lot in the rising 200 MA as well. So you want to pay attention to the 200 MA. As long as the S&P 500 stays above the 200 MA, you want to continue to be bullish. And maybe if it drops to 200 MA, it might be an opportunity for you to buy it cheaper, just like here. Okay, it drops to the 200 MA from a double bottom. You can actually trade the double bottom, buy here, put a stop loss, ride it higher. Or for those who are less aggressive, you might want to buy the break of the downtrend line and ride it higher. Here we have maybe some kind of a cup and handle pattern. Okay, it corrected to the 200 MA and found support there and went back up. There's the handle. Okay, so maybe we can even draw a uptrend line connecting lows here. Okay, to have a gauge of the trend strength. Okay, and as long as the S&P 500 stays above this uptrend line, you might want to remain bullish on the S&P 500. Maybe we can look at SPY as well. SPY tracks the S&P 500, and as you can see, it's the same story. Above the rising 20 MA and 50 MA, and you can see how the 20 MA and 50 MA is a railroad track. Okay, railroad tracks are very good trends, and although it is chugging slowly higher, but definitely it's not showing any weaknesses at this moment. So the trend is bullish. Okay, the trend is your friend. Okay, when the trend is up, continue to stay bullish on the S&P 500, my friends, unless the trend changes. So I hope that this analysis has been helpful. If it's helpful to you, please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more analysis like this in the future, and I'll see you in the next one.